Let's see my phone on silence. Perfect. Greetings. Welcome. Here's to the best days of your life. Today we are getting into The Feeling is the Secret. This is by Neville Goddard, and he produced this in the 1940s. So this is a classic. It is absolutely beautiful. And everybody should read Neville Goddard. That's like he's quite amazing. Literally a genius. So we're gonna start from the beginning. I don't know how far we're gonna get. This book has 5 chapters and they're pretty lengthy, so we ain't gonna get all of it, but we're gonna start. So here we go. The world and all within it is a man's conditioned consciousness objectified. Consciousness is the cause as well as the substance of the entire world. So it is consciousness that we must turn if we would discover the secret of creation. Knowledge of the law of consciousness and the method of operating this law will enable you to accomplish all you desire in life. So, knowledge of the law of consciousness and the method of operating this law will enable you to accomplish all you desire in life. Armed with a working knowledge of this law, you can build and maintain an ideal world. Consciousness is the one and only reality, not figuratively, but actually. This reality may, for the sake of clarity, be likened unto a stream which is divided into 2 parts, the conscious and the subconscious. In order to intelligently operate the law of consciousness, it is necessary to understand the relationship between the conscious and the unconscious. The conscious is personal and selective. The subconscious is impersonal and non selective. We know that the subconscious, these are your automatic responses, right? For those of us who wear a seatbelt in the car, now you just hop in and put it on. You don't even really think about it. You just do it. That's your subconscious mind taking over. These are your automatic responses. It's almost like when someone tell you good morning, you automatically say good morning back. You're not really doing no deep thinking in order to do it, right? The conscious is the realm of effect. The subconscious is the realm of cause. These two aspects are the male and female divisions of consciousness. The conscious is the male, the subconscious is the female. The conscious generates ideals and impressions about these ideals. The subconscious receives ideals and gives forms and expressions to them. By this law, first conceiving an ideal and then impressing the ideal conceived on the subconscious, all things evolve out of the consciousness. And without this sequence, there is not anything made that is made. The conscious impresses the subconscious, while the subconscious expresses all that is impressed onto it. That's why I always say you can train yourself how to think, right? You can literally teach yourself new habits, new ways to view the world by changing how you think. You literally can train your subconscious mind by using your conscious mind, right? So here we go. The subconscious does not generate new ideals, but accepts as true those in which the conscious mind feels to be true. Ooh, keyword feels, right? How they say the feeling gets the blessing. So you can't just say you're great and that you're always gonna win. You gotta feel that way, like so. The feeling is this goes back to the feeling gets the blessing. So it says that the conscious mind must feel that these things are true in a way known only to itself, objectifies the true ideals. Okay, so whatever your conscious mind believes to be true, your subconscious mind is going to lead you with those thoughts, right? So if it's embedded in you, that you ever met someone and they're like, oh, I always win, they always choose me for this. They have embedded that into their subconscious mind. It is ingrained in them, right? So, therefore, through his power to imagine and feel, his freedom to choose the ideal that he would entertain, man has control over creation. So, here it is. Pay attention to that. His freedom to choose the ideal he will entertain. It is completely up to you. You're going to have millions of thoughts a day. With all these thoughts that are generated, it is now up to you to decide what feelings am I going to say are true and what feelings am I going to identify is a lie. So when you hear negative thoughts about yourself when you hear negative thoughts about yourself, are you saying that these things are true? Or are you casting them away and saying that they're a lie? It's up to you, right? So the subconscious transcends reason and is independent. It contemplates a feeling as a fact existing within itself, and on this assumption proceeds to give expression to it. The, the creative process begins with an ideal, and its cycle runs its course as a feeling and ends in a act. Ideals are impressed and on the subconscious through the medium of feeling. No ideal can be impressed on the subconscious until it is felt. That's deep. So no matter how many times you tell yourself you're great, if you don't begin to feel that, if you don't feel that in you, your subconscious know it's not true. Your subconscious is like, well, you don't believe it. You don't truly feel that way. So I'm going to cast that ideal away. And this is the reason why also we practice the repeating affirmations, right? Making sure we're constantly saying affirmations. And this is also why I always tell people, try to choose 3 affirmations and stick with those 3 until they're embedded into you, right? Until they're ingrained into your subconscious mind, until you feel, till you take on the feeling of it, right? So this is why we constantly feed ourselves positive affirmations every day until we get to a place where we truly feel that way about ourselves. Feeling is the one and only medium through which ideals are conveyed to the subconscious. Therefore, the man who does not control his feelings may easily impress the subconscious with undesirable states. Control your thoughts, control your emotions, and remind yourself that you're in control of those things. I've definitely have heard people say, oh no, I don't have control over it. Like, I can't help that I do. You can. You literally have to take control. A lot of times we give our power and control away. We really do feel as though we can't control our emotions, we can't control our thoughts, but in fact you can. And it's very important that you do, because this is the way that you are building your subconscious mind, right? And this is how, again, it says, therefore, the man who does not control his feelings may easily impress the subconscious mind with undesirable thoughts. How many times have you told yourself negative things about you? Your subconscious mind believes you. When you call yourself lazy, when you call yourself ugly, when you say that you never gonna have, when you doubt yourself, your subconscious mind is believing this. And your subconscious mind controls your automatic thoughts and your automatic responses. So it's very important to train your subconscious mind for winning, for the desired state, okay? Control of your feelings is all important to a full and happy life. Control of your feeling is all important to a full and happy life. Never entertain a undesirable feeling, nor think about it in a wrong shape or form. Do not dwell on the impression of yourself or others. To do so is to impress the subconscious with these limitations. Again, that's why I always say, don't let other people define who you are. Don't let them say who your identity is, train your own subconscious mind for winning. You do not have to take on what mom said, what dad said, what your school teacher said, what somebody said a decade ago about you as the total being of who you are. You decide who you are. You train your subconscious mind for winning, for taking on the state that you desire. Every feeling makes a subconscious impression, and unless it is countered by a more powerful feeling of a opposed nature, it must be expressed. The dominant of these two feelings is the one expressed. I am healthy is a stronger feeling than I will be healthy. That's why I say, whatever you want to be, take on that sum total now. You do not have to say, oh, I'm going to be. No, I'm great today. I am healthy today. I'm great today. I'm in great spirit today. Take on the feeling that you desire now. And remember, when you say I am, you are claiming that is who you are defining yourself to be. So here they're saying, I am stronger is a stronger feeling than I will be healthy, right? So claim health now. I am healthy. I am strong. I am beautiful. Claim it now. Now I will be, right? I will be healthy. No, I'm healthy today. Okay. What you feel you are always dominates what you feel you would like to be. Therefore, to be realized, the wish must be felt as a state that is rather than a state that is not. And so that goes back to I am taking on that. Instead of saying I will be, take on that in which you desire, the desired state now, right? You don't have to look at it as a futuristic state of being. You can be all those things right now, right? We don't have to wait on these outer circumstances to be great, okay? The subconscious does not care what is true or false, right or wrong. It does not judge your thoughts and feelings. It objectifies whatever you think and feel to be true. So to your subconscious mind, it's not gonna go through and evaluate. It's not gonna analyze. It's not gonna say, well, let me look at all the circumstances. It's gonna take your word for it. It's going to take your feeling for it. So if you are constantly looking at things from such a negative perspective, that is what is helping to drive your subconscious mind. Whatever you continuously think, whatever you continuously feel, those are going to be the things that push your subconscious mind. And that's why for some of us it's so hard to develop these new habits and these new ways of life, because we are literally stuck in who we were, right? We're literally stuck there. We're stuck in what everybody else said about us. We're stuck in these negative views that we have taken on and classified ourselves as. Chance or accident is not responsible for the things that happen to you. Chance or accident is not responsible for the things that happen to you. Your subconscious impressions determine the conditions of the world. Ooh, yes. Your subconscious impressions determines the conditions of the world. You ever met somebody and they have truly they have trained their subconscious mind to believe like the world is the worst place. They always see nothing but the negative. They always see the evil in people. They're constantly thinking that everything is gonna fail for them. When you begin to take on that persona, like this is truly how you feel about the world, your subconscious is going to believe you. So your subconscious is always going to tell you, yes, the world is evil. Yes, the world is bad. There's nothing good happening. And you're going to believe that. So you must be able to redirect your thoughts. And this is something that takes time, right? It takes us time. And you also want to practice it. When you hear yourself and you feel yourself coming into this negative thought, do your best to redirect the focus, right? No matter whatever it is. If you're just having one of those days where you're feeling sad, practice doing something that generates more positive, healthy thoughts. So if I'm feeling really sad, I think about the things that's going to make me feel better. I know if I work out, it's going to make me feel better. I know if I go for a walk, if I go skating, I know if I eat certain things, that's going to make me feel better. It's going to make me happier. Do the things that's going to put you in a better state, okay? And practice doing that. Like almost like you're treating yourself like a baby. You know how when a baby cries, everybody's like, oh, what's wrong? Do you need a bottle? You need me to change you? Like everybody's trying to figure it out. Treat yourself like that. Treat yourself like this newborn baby, and you're looking to soothe you when you're in these negative modes, right? To impress the subconscious with the desirable state, you must assume the feeling that will be yours. Had you already realized your wish, that what they say, take on the state in which the wish is fulfilled. Okay. So for myself, taking on a state in which the wish is fulfilled, for me, I know I'm in a doctoral program, right? So I'm constantly seeing myself as the doctor already. I am Dr. Mutant. I am Dr. CG Mutant, and claiming that, right? And it's around me, right? I have sticky notes that's on my desk, and it's like, I doctored it. It's done, right? So I'm claiming whatever it is that I truly want in the wish fulfilled, instead of just looking at it like, oh, I will be a doctor. Oh no, we practicing now, right? So you want to decide the state in which you desire, whatever it is. Stop seeing it as something that is outside yourself, right? I am that individual. I am that person. So take on the wish fulfilled in its completed form. We have completed that. We have completed that achievement. We have completed that dream, okay? The matter of expression or the difficulties involved are not to be considered by you. To think feelingly on any state impresses it on the subconscious. Therefore, if you dwell on difficulties, I'm talking to somebody, dwelling on difficulties. If you dwell on difficulties, barriers, or delays, the subconscious, by its very non selective nature, accepts the feeling of difficulties and obstacles as your request and proceeds to produce them in your outer world. Oh, that's deep. So, for the people who are constantly looking at life from a negative perspective, every time you do that, your mind creates more negative around you, because that's what you said that you're already involved in. So it's helping to create it. This is why it's important to look at challenges and difficulties from another light. Look at it from, when you see a challenge, when you see an obstacle, look at it as if it's a blessing. I know on the other side of that, there's somebody magical that's being created. I know on the other side of the barriers that I experience, there's something greater coming out of that. It isn't this that was really profound. I'm gonna read that part again. Therefore, if you dwell on difficulties, barriers, or delay, the subconscious, by its very non-selective nature, accepts the feelings of difficulties and obstacles as your request. You must like sadness because you're always talking about it, you always feeling it. So I'm gonna give you some more to be sad about. That's literally how it works. Like, that's how whatever you keep putting in, it's gonna keep giving you more of it. Whatever you say, when you say that the world is evil, the world is hard, it's gonna keep giving you more of that, because that's what you have defined. And again, the subconscious is non-selective. It's not going to analyze and evaluate for you. It's gonna take whatever you say, it's gonna take whatever you feel and say, yep, you're right, and I'm gonna give you some more of that. So when you're putting things out, ask yourself, is that what I want? When you're having these negative thoughts consistently, is this what I want? And if not, change it. Because we know whatever we keep thinking, whatever we keep feeling, that's what we create more of. The subconscious is the womb of creation. It's the womb of creation. So imagine if your subconscious is negative, what you gonna be creating? That's why it's important to train ourselves to have good thoughts, to train ourselves to be our best friends, to train ourselves to be lovers, right? And love upon ourselves. It receives the ideals onto itself through the feelings of man. It never changes the ideal received. It never changes the ideal received. So if you keep feeding yourself, I won't win. It is hard for me. You're going to create more of that because your subconscious mind, again, is not going to analyze for you, is not going to go looking to see if there's other options. It's not doing none of that. It's like, look, this what you turned in. Almost like when you turn an assignment into your teacher. Whatever you turn in, that's what she grading. That's it. That's how your subconscious mind works. Whatever you give it, it's like, this what we gonna work with. I'm not gonna try to dress it up for you. It's not gonna try to make it better for you. That's your part. The subconscious mind is like, look, that's not the work I do. Okay. I create more of whatever you give me. So if you give me more positive, baby, I'm gonna multiply that positively, throw it back to you. If you give the subconscious mind negativity, it's literally going to multiply that negativity. It's gonna expand it. It's gonna create more of it. It's going to send vibrations out into the world. And all that is what's going to flow back to you. So it's completely up to you, but you must train it. So the subconscious mind, it never changes the ideals received, but always gives it form. Hence, the subconscious outpictures the ideal in the image and likeness of the feeling received. To feel a state as hopeless or impossible is to impress the subconscious with the ideal of failure. Although the subconscious faithfully serves man, it must not be interfered that the relation is that of a servant to a master. Ooh, that's deep. Your subconscious mind, right, is a servant and you the master. That's deep. So imagine if you're serving something, right? And imagine if you're always serving somebody something bad, right? You're always serving them something bad. The energy, the vibrations in which they give you are always going to be low vibrational. But imagine if you always feeding it something good. You're giving your body alkaline water. You're giving it fruits and vegetables. You're giving it exercise. You're giving yourself mental well-being, right? You're meditating. You're walking when you need to. Imagine how your subconscious mind is going to serve you. When you're serving it nothing but positivity, now what is it going to give you in return? It's going to give you what you have given, but it's going to multiply and it's going to expand it for you. Oh, so that's the end. That's the end of the first chapter. Oh, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't a bad first chapter. This is I feel like I read this book like every other couple of years. The first time I read it, one of my professors had given me this book, and I was in undergrad, and I did not take it serious. I really didn't read the book. I kind of like went looked at clip notes and made my summary from there. So I first read the book seriously in 2013, and since then I have read it. Like, it's literally one of my favorites, and it's really helped me to just see how important it is of what I'm feeding myself on all levels, mentally, my thoughts, what I'm listening to, and being more conscious of what I'm allowing myself to digest, right? Because I know whatever I'm putting in me, my body is literally going to take that, use that as the sum total of what I want. It's going to expand, it's going to multiply it and give it right back to me. So what are you giving yourself? What are you feeding yourself? What are you feeding your subconscious mind? And think about the areas that you can work on. Like, what is it that you can change to help give yourself better thoughts? Here is to the best days of your life. I hope that you are feeling good. I hope that you are feeling amazing. I hope that you are feeling like God's favorite child. And if you're not, I hope that you are actively finding ways to feel better. So here's to the best days of your life. See you soon.